Welcome in, Leo. So good to have you here. It is time for your urgent reading for April 2024. This reading is designed to work in tandem and in unison with your general monthly reading for April, Leo, which will autoplay at the end of this reading in case you haven't viewed that yet. Now let's get started with your reading today. Spirit has asked that I do a health scrub for you guys, so we're looking at physical health related stuff, an expanded corner from your health corner that we did in your April spread. So here we're looking through the 7 body regions. I'm going to give you information on all of them, guys. So let's get started. I'm actually going to go top to bottom. We have 3 major ones at the bottom, so let's spend the most time when we get there. Starting at the top, guys, it would be the top of your head here, not much there. So this is usually representative of something that is all over you, something like blood cells, white blood cells, skin, nerves, muscles, bones, something like that, right? They bring in something new here that is coming in on a block. So there's something here that you guys could do to improve something like this. Maybe on a simple level, put regular sunscreen on. We're coming into the summer months. Take care of your skin. Take care of, freckles that are, dark freckles and stuff like that. And, different definitions here depending on what you got going on. If you, have a blood problem or a blood disease runs in your family, here they're saying we got blocked new here. So we need to be thinking of new ways to improve health of something that is all over you, okay? So depending on what you got going on there, they talk about new. Next up, as we move down here, now this is kind of more just the facial region in general. Here they talk about slow growth. So I don't view any major issues here. Maybe it's just small stuff. Maybe some of you got head colds. Maybe some of you, nothing major here. So, and that also kind of, if you read between the lines, it tells you something very important. If some of you are worried about something in your face, sinuses, nose, hearing, eyesight, they're basically saying, hey, it is what it is. It's just a slow grow. Maybe it's a slow decay in some form. Like eyesight, for example, it goes, gradually, right? So that's what they show here. It's just nothing major. Spot 3. Now we move down into kind of the neck. It is this is also dental here that comes up here in the 3rd section. And what they talk about here is that there's a lot of different paths and ways that things can go here with dental health, glandular health. It could be neck and vertebrae too. And here, depends on what you got going on, but if you're doing like a dental procedure, let me give you that as an example, because everybody kind of understands that one. If you have different options or ways you can take it, maybe you can get dentures, or maybe you can just get a couple teeth pulled, a couple implants, or get this procedure done, or get this procedure done. They show a lot of different choices and paths. Lots of different ways things can go. But some of these are not good, okay? Some of them are, that's the good news, but some of them are not. That's the bad. So you just got to do your due diligence here with whatever they're talking about paths coming up here. And of course, that can be the same thing for chiropractic work too. Doesn't matter. Whatever you got going on in this region, dental region, neck region, that's what they talk about, paths. Some of them are not good, so just be very careful and cautious about that. When we move down here, we get into heart, lungs. It can be back, chest for women, especially breasts. Even like back pain, stuff like that. This area is coming in pretty good. I'm not really concerned about it. They do show it's actually my 2nd greatest card in the deck. The only problem I have with it is it's just turned around the wrong way for me. So it's saying like the joy is blocked. It's not as joyous as it could be. So maybe you guys could do more for this. Maybe do more cardio, work out the heart and lungs a little bit more, or maybe, stretch out your back or sleep a certain way or keep a better posture, something like that. I'm not sure what, but there's something there. Could be improved, but everything's just fine. Now let's get into the stuff that we need to work on a little bit here. When we get into this position, which is 5 on my board, this gets into kind of the upper gastro. This is more the detoxification organs and, upper stomach area. They bring in compassion card to talk about a bad decision. Now, bad decision may have been made already. So maybe some of you did a lot of drinking when you were younger. Maybe some of you still do. Or something like that. It's been really hard on your liver. The liver would fall under this area. So that would be a bad decision, right? So it doesn't mean that every single Leo has made a bad decision here, but Spirit is picking up on a couple major ones here that we want to address here. So they talk about a bad decision. And this is something they talk about. It's in the description of the compassion card. It says, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So it affects more than just you, or maybe it is about somebody else. Maybe this is not you directly. Maybe this is somebody else with the drinking problem, for example. Okay, or at the very least, I would view this as maybe one of your main areas to work on in April. This is something that you could really do to, even if it has nothing to do with the liver, that was just the example I'm giving you. Maybe it has something to do with, hey, we just need to get a little purging going on here. We need to do some kind of cleanse, maybe do a apple cider vinegar cleanse, or do some kind of of, oh gosh, they got so many of them out there. Whatever you think is best for you, depending on what your ailments and what you're feeling, and maybe just what you're feeling in your gut. Whatever you have a gut feeling about. No pun intended, but of course, pun intended. As we move down from there, this is another area to work on. This is lower stomach. So you can see this is kind of the only real harbinger of areas that I'm concerned with my Leos about working on. The most of the information I need to give you. They show being bound up here too. This is my Devil card, which talks about bonded, things being stuck, not moving like they want to. And it could be habit related because the Devil does mean bad habits. So maybe this is bad eating habits. Maybe this is bad constipation habits. Maybe that's something that you have happen a lot, something like that. There's just not movement going on down there in the lower stomach. Okay, so we need to get some movement there. So maybe that purification that they talked about earlier can really pay some dividends here lower too. It can kind of affect both, maybe even some fiber cleanse I'm hearing. So they talk about crystal clear intention. So in the angel card it says, be clear about what you desire and focus on it with unwavering faith. So they're talking about just be very clear about what you're trying to do here. Whether that's a manifestation aspect of it, whether it's the physical interpretation of it, like you're actually doing the cleanse, you're actually doing the work in the lower stomach. So whatever the lower stomach area that they're talking about is coming in as a bind and something that could be addressed for a lot of my Leos. And when we get into the bottom position here, this is number 7. This is something that is like more root based, so like base of the spine. It could be the spine itself. Even sexual organs comes up here a lot for men and women because it is kind of like that groin area here, base of the spine, pelvic, hip, all that kind of stuff here. It's coming in very good, especially for my females, they say. So if you've been worried about any kind of female type of deals, I'd say it's very good, especially here. Even when we looked up at the breasts, the heart and lung area, that was coming in pretty decent too. So I would kind of, you can kind of like, by deduction, figure out a few important things here. So that's coming in very good. Good feminine health with the Empress card coming in here. In Divine Order is my Angel Oracle card, which just reaffirms, it says everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. So basically what Spirit is doing is they're taking all the fingers from all the other numbers here, and they're pointing all of them here at my number 5 and number 6, upper, lower stomach. These are the areas that really Leo can address in April to make some great changes that will affect maybe the long-term longevity of your life, but certainly April's longevity. So there you go. If you're looking for messages that are personal, private, specific to you, maybe you like this health scrub setup, maybe you want a chakra scrub, which is spiritual health, looking at the chakras. I have that as a personal audio product. You don't even have to show up for the reading. You just purchase it on the website, scottsagent.com. Let me know which one you want, and that shows up in your email Dropbox in a couple days, and all the information is personalized to you. We are not sharing the information with all of your Leo friends, so therefore it is very specific and very accurate as a result. So that is your reading here today, your health scrub. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future readings. Have an excellent April. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.